is Gamer Nerd, and welcome to a Let's Play of Train Sim World, Digital Deluxe Edition. Let's create a new profile. I'll pick this dude right here. Dress him in the Amtrak livery. Confirm. And let's wait for our tutorial level to begin. Welcome to Train Sim World.
Let's take a look at the main controls of exploring and driving trains. This is the main interaction method in Train Sim World. You've just been awarded some action points. These are displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience. It is necessary to be fully observant of the surrounding world. Practice by looking up, down, left and right.
Yeah, I'd like to invert my vertical axis.
Besides operating trains, there are lots of requirements to navigate on foot. Try moving around now. A blue marker indicates that an objective requires action. Walk over to the highlighted marker to complete this objective. This is one of many interactives to be discovered, but not all of them will be as easy to find as this one. Head over to the indicated train doors to learn more about interaction.
Alright.
Some doors need to be manually opened to gain access.
Alright.
Climb aboard the train. Head over and sit in the indicated seat.
Alright.
You can pause the game at any point and review the previous and current tasks. Check it out now, then return to the game when ready.
Okay. So my next task will be to apply power. What the heck? Okay.
It's now time to head up to the front. Follow the indicated markers as before. Open the door and head into the driver's cab. A lot of time will be spent operating trains, so when ready, sit in the driver's seat.
Alright.
A heads-up display has appeared on the right side of the screen. This is a guide to what the train is doing. This is a speed display. The white needle shows current speed, and the red marker indicates the maximum permitted speed.
Okay.
This is a direction display. An arrow will indicate forwards, reverse, and neutral directions.
Okay.
This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power control is in.
Alright.
These are brake pressure dials. They will indicate how much pressure is in various brake systems and show when the pressure is changing.
Okay.
In the top right are the signal and speed limit displays. These feature an indication of what is approaching and a countdown distance to when they will come into effect.
Okay.
Some of these displays can be hidden via the settings menu for a more challenging experience.
Alright.
This train is ready to go. Pull the indicated handle all the way back to get moving.
then.
Continue your journey in Train Sim World. Take part in training designed to teach you how to operate on the railway. Engage in scenarios that will present challenges and enhance your skills. Dive into a full timetable on the railway. Whether you're driving, riding, or watching trains, you have the freedom of the line. Each route has a set of jobs such as posters to place or fences to fix. Find them all and complete the job list for each route. Welcome to Train Sim World.
Ooh, thank you. I won't let you down, sir. Man, this is some kind of awesome here. Let's go to the main menu and see what's up. Okay, we have all our DLC for the routes. East Coastway, Rhine-Ruhr-Osten, Peninsula Corridor, Tees Valley Line, Main Spessart Bahn, Northern Trans-Pennine, Long Island Railroad, Ruhr-Sieg Nord, West Somerset Railway, Rapid Transit, Great Western Express, and NEC New York. Alright, so I'm going to do the East Coastway line. Then I start to my journey. Welcome to East Coastway. So this is the East Coastway train station. Never knew it'd be so awesome.
This is Brighton Station, the terminus of the Brighton Main Line from London and hub for several railways operating along the south coast of England. Head over to platform 6 to catch a train.
Okay. So 15:30 to East Shore. Or 3:30 to East Shore. Okay. Maybe there we'll see. I'll pick this one.
The East Coastway route provides vital transportation between historic towns, seaside resorts and coastal industry. You'll have the chance to experience both passenger and freight operations in the area.
Okay. Should be pretty good.
You're currently riding a Class 3774 electric multiple unit. These run as 4, 8 and 12 car formations and operate all of the passenger services along this line. Train Sim World allows you to ride and drive trains from a selection of internal and external camera angles. Let's take a look now while exploring the exterior of this train.
All right.
Other internal and external camera views are available to be explored. These can be accessed from the camera menu.
Oh, right here.
You've only travelled a short distance here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy. Welcome to the East Coastway. Take on the challenge of keeping commuters and tourists on the move. Drive over towering viaducts, around rolling hills and through coastal towns. Operate a multitude of service patterns between a variety of destinations. Deal with on-the-job and line-side emergencies. Along the way, be sure to place route maps, open ticket machines, fix damaged fences, and introduce new cycle maintenance points. Choose passenger or freight operations and take a trip along the East Coastway.
Alright, looks like my introductory is done. Let's get started then. This should be awesome. Let's do an introduction to the class 377. It's kind of what I need right now. Alright, the class 377 introduction.
Welcome to this Class 3774 electric multiple unit in Southern Livery. This brief introduction will cover basic driving controls, passenger door operation and recovery from an emergency stop. Climb aboard to get started. A lot of time will be spent in the driver's seat.
Let's close the door and head on over to the engineer's seat.
Activate the control desk as indicated.
Okay.
The direction switch is used to determine the direction of travel.
Okay.
Apply some power now to get moving.
Okay.
Reduce the power and allow to slow down and stop, move the power brake controller into the brake range.
Looks like I'll need to be prepared to stop. Okay, what's going on? Oops. Yeah, I failed the tutorial right there. Passing a signal of danger. Looks like I'm gonna have to try again. Okay, take 2 of this tutorial.
Welcome to this Class 3774 electric multiple unit in Southern Livery. This brief introduction will cover basic driving controls, passenger door operation and recovery from an emergency stop. Climb aboard to get started.
Okay.
A lot of time will be spent in the driver's seat. Activate the control desk as indicated. The direction switch is used to determine the direction of travel. Apply some power now to get moving.
I've got the power to P2.
Reduce the power and allow the... To slow down and stop, move the power brake controller into the brake range.
Okay, I'm gonna need the pair to stop. Now I just need to wait.
Brighton is a busy station. Wait here until clearance is given to continue.
Okay. Wait for the signal to change to green. Got another. Getting what's that banging? Seems kind of weird that a train of this stability would do that sort of thing.
Use the power brake controller to apply some brake force to stop at the indicated point. If you stop short, apply power again to get moving.
Alrighty then.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors.
Alright. Doors are unlocked. Alright.
With passengers boarding, shut down this cab and head to the other end of the train to prepare for departure. Set the controls as before in preparation to move. It's time to depart. Set the doors to locked. The route ahead has been granted, so apply power to get moving. Be aware that before arriving at the next station, an emergency stop will be simulated.
Are you kidding me? Weird. Not working.
Well, as you can imagine, the video didn't record my voice for this third part, or rather the third take of Train Sim World's Class 377 introduction tutorial, so I'm adding it here in post, so that'll help solve the problem. Anyway,
Welcome to this Class 3774 electric multiple unit in Southern Livery. This brief introduction will cover basic driving controls, passenger door operation and recovery from an emergency stop.
alright.
Climb aboard to get started.
Okay, so we need to unlock the door here
A lot of time will be spent in the driver's seat.
and close it.
Activate the control desk as indicated.
Okay, so in this order, we need to turn the master key to on, set the
Direction
reverser
switch
handle
is
to
used determine
forward,
the direction of travel.
and
Some
now
power now to get moving.
we need to apply some power. Anyhow,
To slow down and stop, move the power brake controller into the brake range.
okay, and they covered braking here. Alright, and the next location I have to stop at is the depot exit signal. So we have a clear signal right now. And in about 300 yards, I will come upon a prepare to stop signal. I've been checking the cameras to make sure I've got a clear indication of where and when to stop. And on the left head out, you can see a train stopped right beside me. I applied braking a little bit early, but still. Gotta keep it as comfortable for the passengers as I can. Following speed regulations and whatnot. And this is where you need to stop. Right at the depot exit signal. Okay. I kind of stopped short there, so I'll have to try again. Once again I stopped short, so I stopped short again. Okay. Alright.
Brighton is a busy station. Wait here until clearance is given to continue.
And while we wait, let's talk about the stopping procedure. You don't just stop pretty close to the target on some of the parts of this exercise. You have to stop right on the target. And that is kind of annoying. Our next location is Brighton Station. And what's that thumping noise? I thought I must have heard something, but oh well. Alright. Trying to keep the throttle within the 15-mile-an-hour range until our rear of the train passes it and the speedometer updates to show the new speed limit. Okay, there we go. Our speedometer has updated, so we can travel at the new speed limit, but we're not going to go all the way up to it because we'll still have to stop at Brighton. And the reason why I only increased up to about 18 miles an hour is because of the eventual stop that we'll need to make.
Use the power brake controller to apply some brake force to stop at the indicated point. If you stop short, apply power again to get moving.
Okay. Alright then. Let's see how far we can get till we get stopped. Alright. We're getting closer, we're getting closer. Right about there? No. What the heck? I just had to double check something.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors.
And this is the part where we load our passengers. And now it's time to shut down our car. Set the master key to off, because we're shutting down the first car.
With passengers boarding, shut down this cab and head to the other end of the train to prepare for departure.
And the one thing I forgot to do last time is to disengage the brake, which is pretty important there, as you'll be going to the next cab in a short while. Alright. We're at the driver's seat of the rear cab.
Set the controls as before in preparation to move.
Master key turned on. Direction turned to forward.
It's time to depart. Set the doors to locked.
Since we're in the rear cab, the doors locked will be to our left this time. And so we're going to get moving.
Granted, so apply power to get moving. Be aware that before arriving at the next station, an emergency stop will be simulated.
Right. Now, before we arrive at the next station, like the tutorial announcer said, we will have to go through a simulated emergency stop. So our next location is is something road. Let's see. Oh, it's it's the station I was at previously. Oh, okay. Oh. Had to do a little bit of braking because I thought, yeah. This is probably the most interesting train of them all. Also, gotta say, I love the attention to detail in Train Sim World. Simulating all the possible routes that your train can drive on. Oh, it's an emergency stop. Oh, okay.
To recover from this situation, the controls must first be reset. Follow the indicated steps.
Okay, to recover from an emergency stop, we need to set the direction switch to off. Then set the direction switch to forward. And set the power brake handle to off.
The train is ready to move again. Continue on to the next station.
Alright, let's go ahead and do that. This should be pretty amazing. Oh, I think I see what the station is now. Brighton Road, I think. Okay, so as you can see, I just passed by a signal that read 35 to 55. The lower speed limit, I think, only applies to freight trains.
Use the brake controller to apply some brake force to stop at the indicated point. If you stop short, apply power again to get moving.
Okay. Alright. We're coming close to the end of the indicated platform. So once we reach that point, we should make our stop. Now we need to load passengers. So let's unlock the left doors. Sorry for the bit of jerky camera movement while I was speeding through the loading passenger scene. Just had to double check something. Anyhow.
Good work. That concludes this introduction. More details on the operation of this train can be found in the manual.
Looks like I did pretty well. And I earned a gold medal for it. And that is pretty awesome. Up next, we're going to do my first real world application of all I've learned in Train Sim World, the French Connection. And that is going to be pretty awesome. So stay tuned and enjoy this next part in Train Sim World. Alright. We're going to be doing the French Connection on the East Coastway line of Train Sim World. Since most of the railroads I will be using in Train Sim World are pretty much British railroads, the engineer side is going to be on the left. Welcome to Lewes. A boat train service has arrived from London and your task is operating the last leg down to New Haven Harbor. Alrighty then. Let's get in the driver's seat. Set the master key to on. And set the directional switch to forward. And now, we'll need to unlock the doors. Now that everyone's boarded, let's lock the doors. Alright. Looks like I'll need to be prepared to stop somewhere within the 60-yard range. The signal aspect has changed to yellow, so we'll have to be prepared to stop on the next. Oh, now it looks like the upcoming signal has cleared.
Now, when it comes to speed limits on trains, you need to wait for the tail end of the car to pass the speed limit before the speed limit comes into effect. We're doing about 40 miles an hour right now, so the reason I'm doing 40 miles an hour is because in a little bit there will be a decrease in the speed limit. Yeah, right there it says 40. But eventually we will get a speed increase to 70, which will allow more free roam to drive the train. Okay. Green aspect, which means we're good to go. Still doing pretty good. We have about I wasn't sure if that was a W board or so I blew the horn there. And we are passing one of the stations in order to get to New Haven Harbor. I think when the boards are divided between like 50 and 70, the lower speed limit usually applies to like freight trains or something. Though I could be wrong. I think it, according to the blasting and the horn on the whistle board, it's long, long, short, long. And we have about a mile to go until our next signal aspect, 1.5 miles to go till the 35-mile-an-hour speed change, and 2 miles to go until our next stop. Still making pretty good time on this route. Okay, so I've dropped my speed down to 35 in preparation for the speed change there. Okay, the 15-mile-an-hour speed limit only applies if you're on the right-hand lane. Come across a green signal aspect. Still doing 32 right now, and in 35-mile-an-hour zone. Now I'll need to be prepared to stop at some point. Okay, I see a yellow aspect. That means at the next signal I will have to stop. The ferry to Dunkirk has just docked for the station. Passengers can now make their way over and prepare for boarding. Okay, so with that said, we need to unlock the left doors and wait for passengers to load. All aboard! The train doors are now closing. Please mind the gap. That's it for this run. Thanks for lending a hand. You're welcome. Now, how did I do? Ooh, gold medal. Nice. Our next journey will be 2C09 from New Haven to Brighton. From New Haven Marine to Brighton. So stay tuned for that in the next episode. Wow. That was quite a lot of editing. Editing down things like loading screens and all that junk, at least the loading screens are not speaking in, helped to cut down on the time of this video file. Because since you can only render about an hour's worth of video. Anyway, join us for more Train Sim World next time. See you later, everyone.
Today, 57 degrees. Tonight, more cloud cover with a low of 39.